Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to learn more about crime boss Rockay City. My name is Damion Poitier, and not only will you see me in the game as the character Nasara, but I've also had the honor of being part of the writing team for the game, helping INGAME Studios bring the criminal underworld of Rockay to life. In this video, I want to spend a little time to show you the different modes and in-game features you will experience in crime boss Rockay City. This will help you get a better picture of what it takes to be a true crime boss and to succeed in this organized crime genre of game. Firstly, I'd like to talk about the Crime Time game mode. Crime Time mode is all about instant gratification, quick heists, quick money, and big rewards. When we want to carry out a small hit, we can jump to the map where they are randomly generated. They are small, opportunistic jobs that would naturally present themselves in a city such as Rockay, so there are always plenty to choose from. Once we see one that we like, we can move to putting a crew together for the job. Being small, short hits though, we may want all the rewards for ourselves, which makes them ideal to play solo, as lone wolf, or with bots. The success of every job depends on your operatives, and in the Crime Time mode, you'll need to hire the right operatives for the best results. We have a roster of classic teammates who have randomized stats, perks, and weapons. These guys will always be at your disposal. We also have our unique teammates, who will gradually become unlocked in the other game modes as you progress. These individuals have particular skill sets as well as more powerful and specialized weapons, and you will need them if you stand any chance of success. At the moment, we will keep them as a surprise and just show our classic teammates in action. All teammates need to be recruited, mostly with cold hard cash, but there are always some who will do it for the thrill of the job and cost nothing. Since we do not currently have any money from previous heists, we will start with them. For something more challenging, we can put out contracts for more complex jobs. Planning these also takes cash, because you are going to want to attract the very best operatives to help you. Medium-sized jobs are always worth hiring the right team, so in this case, it's worth inviting others in co-op play. The big heists are similar, but can only be unlocked once you have proven yourself in Baker's Battle, or by completing it in someone's hosted session. Checking the server browser to join a co-op session is always worth doing. You may get to play locked contracts without expending any of your assets. The goal of this mode is quick fun and earned cash. Cash is used to buy better weapons, recruit more associates, bail them out, and/or assist in their recovery via medical intervention. As you can see, the Crime Time mode is a fast-paced pick-up-and-play hit of criminal fun. It combines everything you would experience in the main game, but condensed into bite-sized, adrenaline-fueled action. And, speaking of the main game, we move on to Baker's Battle, the bulk of the game, which will require all your skill and cunning to master. Baker's Battle is the ultimate single-player experience of Crime Boss, where players get to take on the role of Travis Baker, played, of course, by Michael Madsen. You are always competing against and trying to stay one step ahead of Sheriff Norris, who runs Rockay's law enforcement. He will always be collecting evidence against you, so the better you perform on a heist, the less evidence you will leave behind. Mess the job up, and he will zero in on you very quickly. In the early stages at least, Norris obviously wins.
You like learning, I can see it. Why did I beat you this time?
The harder you try and the more attempts you give it, the better you will get. You will accumulate boss points to level up and start putting some distance in between yourself and Norris. The ultimate goal of Baker's Battle is to become the king of Rockay's underworld, which means systemically gaining control over all the turf in the city, one job at a time. You will be competing against the gang of Dollar Dragon, played by Danny Trejo, the gang of Yellow, played by Vanilla Ice, an Asian warlord, and an Italian mafioso. A full suite of factions determined to stop your ascent to the throne. Remember though, Baker is not alone. He is joined by his friend and Captain Touchdown, played by Michael Rooker, who commands an army of thugs to do your bidding. And of course, you will need someone to manage your finances, as conducting a turf war is not cheap. Kim Basinger plays Casey, who is well connected and will advise you on where to spend your resources. The best way to earn money is, of course, through criminal activity. Robberies, theft, heists, whatever opportunities present themselves. And Nasara, that is me by the way, and the likeness is uncanny, knows about opportunities and will help you manage the crew with the right stats, perks, and weapons. And last but certainly not least, we have Gloves, played by Danny Glover. As your inside man, he knows about the most valuable heists worth preparing for. These will take effort, and only the best crews will do for the jobs Gloves presents you with. The big heists are difficult and the risk is high, especially if Baker personally takes part in a heist. Permadeath is real. Do not worry though, in Rockay, everyone gets a second chance, so on your next playthrough, you might just get it right. However, in this fast-moving metropolis, you will inevitably find that a few things have changed. Baker may receive different opportunities, plot lines that lead to different big heists, and different random events. No one will ever experience the same game twice. It's going to take many attempts and a true criminal mastermind to dominate Rockay City as crime boss. And we cannot wait for you to experience the campaign once we launch. And now, we are coming to the third and final part of Crime Boss. The Urban Legends mode. The Urban Legends mode is pure 90s action. It is packed with Hollywood stars and high-stakes heist, and we have had a blast creating it for you. In the Urban Legends mode, you can play through 6 short mini-campaigns, and each campaign consists of 3 missions that must be played consecutively, each getting progressively tougher. You will have 4 unique teammates to play with, and an additional 2 as backup. You can choose any of them to play solo or with bots, or call your friends online to join in co-op. As in the main game, if a character dies, they are out of the crew for any subsequent missions. Play intelligently in the Urban Legends mode, where you unlock the unique teammates for Crime Time mode mentioned earlier. Okay, that's enough briefing from me. From all of us at INGAME Studios, we want to say thank you again, and we are looking forward to seeing you in Rockay City.